Lethal Labyrinth. Of course, there's an update. Of all the great tourist attractions we have in Tempest, the hardest one right now has to be the dungeons. Ever since its unveiling at the opening festival, we have had a constant flow of adventures at the dungeon's reception. That completes your registration. Good luck, everyone. I hope this adventure proves fruitful. Next party, please step forward. Then I think we're up next. I'll handle the paperwork. Normally, you just let the leader handle it, so go ahead. Not at all, just the four of you. Is this your first time? I guess so, technically speaking. And the rest of you... Talk about overpowered. Overkill. I don't want to make it a big deal, so you've been helping out with the reception today. We just wanted to take on the dungeon as normal adventurers, so could you register us just like everyone else? So it's the four of you in this party. May I have your names and classes? Veldo Tempest, a fighter. Ramus here, I'm a berserker. Malim Nava, an assassin. Shouldn't Malim be the berserker? If I may, I shall give you a brief guideline. Is that really necessary? Allow me to explain. Renowned dungeon consists of 100 floors. You will descend through them while overcoming the magical beasts. Throughout your journey, you will have the opportunity to obtain various items. Also, for every 10 floors, there are extra strong enemies known as boss monsters. Although stronger than your regular foe, should you defeat them, they will provide greater rewards. So if you are feeling confident, do try to take them down. I suppose you didn't really need me to explain everything. No, again, to hear it all again was special. It's the best setting ever. And you've got me too, so just sit back and watch. Hanging out, don't forget our objective here. I know already. Of course we know. By all means, what would you like to purchase? We definitely need resurrection bracelets. It will get us in the mood, so let's buy some. We are playing, after all, so one for each. That will be 4 resurrection bracelets. We'll take one of those, and a recording crystal as well. I think that should do. Have you decided the team name? Oh, damn it. What was it? Dungeon something? Good luck, Dungeon Dominators. Oh. Well, that's kind of crappy. On the first floor. At last, our conquest begins. Actually, being here feels so different compared to watching from the outside. And getting to players' adventures is pretty refreshing. Come on now, let's get moving already. Why is the assassin charging ahead? It's the fighter's role to lead the party. Let me soak in the moment a bit longer. Well, and just like that, we have got ourselves our first enemy. We have got this, guys. Let's show them our teamwork. This is so easy. Let me get behind, and all who enter my sight shall be swept away. That's not fair. Leave some for me. We win. You took them down already. You left nothing for me. They have already getting so carried away. Get back here, you know the rules. I don't need to remind you, do I? Just so you know, I didn't do anything wrong. I took them down from behind. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Yeah, but then why do you two sound so nervous? You're way too conspicuous. You're supposed to be an assassin. You've got to take them out without being noticed. You can't just clue them all away with your ranged attacks. That's what's the point of tackling the dungeon with our usual power? Remember, we are role playing as play testers. That's why we set the rules for ourselves. Alright, remind me about your rules. Good, and that's why it's important that you act as the shield. I need you to focus more on protecting the team over doing the attacking yourself. I'm an assassin, I hide in the shadows, and bam, I strike them down from behind. But I didn't get behind them just now, it's just that Voldo suddenly blasted them all away. I'm a berserker. Every enemy in my front of me is mine. I never stop charging, no matter what. You're supposed to rush the enemy before anyone else, although Maline beat you to it. Let's go through my rules too. I'm a sorcerer, so my rules support you guys with magic. I'm gonna be defenseless while chanting, so the biggest restriction is that the rest of you have to protect me. That said, I also need to be careful not to break the rules myself. A few days ago on the 60th floor, if it isn't my god, Great Remu and everyone else, don't drop to your knees like you're celebrating the goal. This is the bare minimum I can do to show my respect. If it isn't Gobta and Manga, have you guys been keeping up with your training? That's the spirit. If you ever need an opponent, I'll gladly spar with you. What brings you here? I just came to check up on something. You came to see me? What an incredible honor. I'm doing well. Ever since you granted me the secret of faith and grace, I have been doing great. Show me what you are capable of now and that you have gained the secret. Seriously, against the demon lords and the storm dragon? This is the new child bestowed upon me by my god. He's a skeleton. That was a pretty lame dad joke. We'll go easy on you. Alright, time for the test. I've been utterly defeated. They may have been holding back, but you can put up a great fight. It was clear that you were casting every spell with that mastery. So, of course, you passed the test. This should be more than enough to wipe away the shame of losing to the Holy Knights. But it's revealing to know that I can leave the 60th floor in your hands. Such generous praise. Your body's starting to glow. Hold it down, hold it down. Just as I thought, Alderman's a valuable asset. No one's gonna get past him so easily, which means the problem lies with the floors above 60. That's how I heard it's been really popular. The dungeon's been generating tons of money. Not only essentials like resurrection bracelets, but also the more expensive items. Those items definitely help, but generally speaking, everyone's been getting further down quicker than before. The adventurers must be growing stronger, faster than we had anticipated. Just the other day, Greenfield almost reached the 50th floor. I drove them away with avatars. I don't get it. It's kind of hard to explain without showing you. Our dignity would have been seriously questioned if we had gone in person. But with Great Remu, you did go personally. Man, that's kind of unfair. Anyway, we have managed to repel Green Fear for the time being. I've got to head to the meeting with the Council of the West, so my schedule's packed from here on out. You know, it's not easy having to sneak out every time. In other words, we must create a new and powerful obstacle in the dungeon that doesn't rely on avatars. All we are probably gonna do is revise the basics though. It seems like there's a lot to think about. I guess it won't be easy for you guys. This meeting's got nothing to do with me, right? You probably shouldn't be saying that it's none of your business. Gopta's right. I'm sorry that we interrupted your training when this doesn't even concern you. But in that case, come train with me to pass the time. It's my way of apologizing. You come along too. What? This is gonna get us killed. That's not the point. I can't take it anymore. Quit pretending to be tired. We have got plenty of resurrection bracelets left. Please don't. We have used dozens of them already. Poor Wonga. Alright, I think we have figured out most of the necessary improvements. It's only a slight tweak, so it shouldn't be too unbeatable. I think it's still a little too easy. Since it's the deeper flows, there should be some unreasonable harshness. Anyway, we have decided on the overall direction of the improvements, so go do your thing later. Have you guys finally finished? Yep, we just wrapped up. I almost forgot something important. We'll need to play test the dungeon once the improvements have been made. But who should be the playtest players? What about those guys? Claps over there. As we'll do it ourselves now that we are here. We'll be a full person party. But here's the catch. If we tackled it as our usual selves, it'd be way too easy. Restrictions will limit what we can do. Each of us will impose rules on ourselves and stick to them while we try to beat the dungeon. But if it's us we are talking about, we'll need to have pretty strict rules to make it a challenge. There'd be no point if we were too lenient. Those avatars we often use, let's base the restrictions on them. The restrictions should match with your class abilities and what they're supposed to do. You'd be expected to act as the party shield. But I guess it wouldn't be fun without any handicaps. I like that. It would be so much fun if we headed into the depths of the dungeon. Equipment, huh? In that case, I'll go ask Kobe. Let's gather the materials by ourselves. I'll examine him later, so please rest assured. I'll leave him to you. No more training for a while, please. God. Kobe, have you a spare minute and you have bought gas? I don't have any tasks at the moment. What can I do for you? Make some equipment. It's kind of the adventurers use, and obviously we want them to look especially cool. Here are the materials and the outline of the equipment we want. Looks like this gear is for avatars. You know, you could use better materials to use what we have brought. That way it'll feel even more like we are actual adventurers. Thanks a lot. Sorry to have kept you waiting, but I was able to make some good stuff. Oh yeah, so remove. Now this is what looks like adventure gear. Thanks a lot. It's easy to move around, and you can tell what class you are just by looking at it. We have got the equipment down, alright, but I feel like we are forgetting something. We haven't decided on our team name yet. You're good at this sort of stuff. Come up with a cool name. A bit straightforward, but since we are gonna totally rule, how about Dungeon Dominators? No objections here. You're always so good with stuff like this. And so we began our exploration of the newly modified dungeon as ordinary adventures on the 10th floor. Why do I have to restart all over again when we are surrounded? Because an assassin isn't supposed to fight head on, so hang in there and let me cast a ranged spell. I'm a bit busy at the moment. The battle's begun after all. A fighter must never show his back to the enemy. Where did Ramos go? She went chasing after a magical beast that ran away. I sensed there'd be a trap over there. Someone help me. As soon as Veldora blocks the attacks, we are gonna go rescue Ramos. That was close. I was about to get schooled by Spikes. Those are the rules. We'll just have to get used to walking around them. If I'm careless and get attacked while I'm chanting, I've got to start my spell all over again. If only Ramos or I could guard you properly, but it's hard to react to everything that looks thanks to the restrictions. I know, but we can't afford to get stuck here, so let's quickly head down to the floor we need to get to. Counting on you, Malame. There can't possibly be a blind spot with this many enemies. Well, we managed to get through it, but seriously, I never imagined these rules would make things so tough for us. But I like it. Like I said, if we didn't have these rules, we'd simply clear the dungeon like it was nothing. The fact that it's this hard when we are attempting it as normal adventures means that the difficulty settings for the early state flows are pretty good. But it does feel like it was a long way to get here. But hey, now that we are on the 10th floor, there will be a transport gate. You put a gate here leading to the floors where we added the new traps and stuff. I'm a bit worried about what's ahead. You're heading straight to the target floors. This is going to be epic. So you say, but so far, no one's really done anything epic, you know? Let's stay focused. The real test starts here. Hidden test floor 1. The air feels more tense than earlier. It looks no difficult, but something about it feels off. Nothing like that. It's been a while since I've felt something like this. And if I remember correctly, this one was designed by Master. What kind of traps did you put here? I set up, hey, as if I'd tell you, and that would ruin the fun. This is a playtest. You have got to at least tell us what kind of thing you planted. I shall only reveal the theme is instant death. What the hell? Instant death comes in a variety of flavors, but just don't tell me that it involves getting skewered by a spear. A party strong enough to reach this floor wouldn't fall for something that simple. You sound awfully confident, as long as we don't trigger the trap. Oh. You've got to be kidding me. What transfer magic? Did we all get teleported? I think I recognize this place. This is the last floor of the dungeon. But I thought Master said it was an instant death trap. Oh, don't tell me this trap sends adventurers to the last floor so Veldora can personally wipe them out. Classic. You guessed that I shall annihilate any intruder personally with my very own hands, so that's why you're in dragon form. That's way too harsh. This sheer unreasonableness makes it an instant death trap. Now all you know, this last floor is my domain, and the fate of every single adventurer who steps in it is already sealed. Obviously, you shall all be crushed by me, for I am the Storm Dragon Veldora. Now come at me if you dare. There's a lot I want to say, but I guess dealing with Veldora comes first. I guess I'm the only one who can, but fine, I'll do it. As expected of adventurers who made it this far, I admit you guys are strong, but playtime is over. I shall now reduce you all to ashes. Don't give me that, as expected. Crap, we only got here because your trap teleported us. We have to worry about the details. Why else do you think we came to the dungeon? But if you think about it, only like a handful of adventurers could withstand facing Veldora. No, remember when Masayuki tried and used all those pitfalls or shortcuts? It's no different from that. If people could instantly get to the last floor that easily, there's no point in exploring the dungeon. Besides, unlike normal encounters, you never know who's gonna trigger the trap or when. It'll cause problems for you too. Going out anywhere would be out of the question. You wouldn't even have the time to enjoy your manga and snacks. Then we are rejecting the trap. What a start. Now I'm worried about the rest of the adjustments. I guess there's bound to be adventurers who will overcome whatever we throw at them. Let's get back and check the other floors. Hidden test floor 2. There's fewer magical beasts here than other floors. I mainly adjusted the gimmicks here. That was my idea. I wanted to split the party up and break the coordination. And if they get the gimmick wrong, a whole bunch of powerful magical beasts will appear. Sounds like a bit complicated, but I'm intrigued. I think with fewer magical beasts around, Milliam's sneak attack should be effective. So you're gonna solve the gimmick. But because this gimmick requires magic, and while I'm working on it, I want you to guard me. Then I'll leave the gimmick solving to you. Don't worry, I'm the one who made it. Let's head over to where the gimmick is. So this is the spot. Normally you'd have to search nearby floors for clues to figure out the right method, but since this is just a playtest, first I need to cast 3 lightning spells. Gotcha, I'm ready at any time. Here goes then. Here they come. I'll take you all. Next up, a fire spell. Veldora, can you still hold out? Don't be stupid. They'll need to bring an army 10 times this size, because the number of magical beasts is about to increase tenfold. What did you just say? You didn't warn me, and you expect me to take them all on with the restrictions? Just focus on intercepting them? Oops, what? The spell didn't go off in time, so I have to start over, and since I failed to solve the gimmick... Yes, another successful sneak attack. You are starting to move like a real assassin. This is nothing for me. I think we have taken down most of the magical beasts. I wonder how Rimuru and Veldora are doing. Rimuru did design the gimmick himself, so it's not like he'd mess up. What the? All these magical beasts suddenly appeared. Don't tell me he failed to solve the gimmick. Now that I've been seen, do I have to take them all down myself? If anybody asks, you're gonna tell them that there just happened to be an explosive rock nearby, okay? Boom! Then that takes care of that, so let's hurry back and check on how they're doing. Alright, now at a time chanting and then get to solve the gimmick. Actually, it was because you interrupted me. Don't worry, Ramus handled everything perfectly on our side. I thought I heard something that sounded like a huge explosion. What was that? We are done testing this floor. Personally, I think we can raise the difficulty a little bit more. What just happened? This presence, it feels ominous. Maybe the enemy I made has come out to design the tape that would only appear when you are taking too long to clear the floor. You see, I made it extra strong. I basically gave it an ability that makes it almost invincible. I see, it sure looks strong. It hasn't noticed us yet, invincible or not. I'm gonna take it down with my sneak attack. Got it. That was surprisingly easy. What? I'm positive it hit. It's coming this way. I've got this one. I'll provide support. Charge. It's got raw power, but what's more concerning is it looks like it just revived. You gave it resurrection ability. It feels like it. Let's see, I think I gave it about 10,000. Buddy, what the hell? Makes it almost invincible, right? What do? We can't be fading that, something like that, for real? No, maybe one, but what's the deal, Amos? Why don't you try finding out? We'll try to do what we can. I better be careful with how I use my magic. That makes it the 1000th resurrection. It's pretty intelligent too, and it's carefully watching how we coordinate. I can't believe you were actually counting. I was honestly just starting to get a bit sleepy. It was a bit too much, but don't you think parties could steamroll it with brute force if it was any less than that? I haven't had a chance to shine at all. I'm getting sick of doing all these little sneak attacks. I can't take it anymore. If that's the case, I'm blasting it with a huge hit. Ah! What's with all this shaking? Should be down on the low floors. What's going on? Not one felt solid. I bet it blew up like 500 times during that explosion. I only went for a little bit, so I was just venting, that's all. That's a pretty flimsy excuse. It's one in the way. Maybe it finally realized that it stands no chance against us. If it escapes, that thing's going to rampage through the currently active flows. Malim's attack, sorry, her venting probably increased the resurrection count to 1,500. Let's hurry after it. Please, thanks for looking after me. I'm starting to feel a lot better. I used only a potion on you, so there's no need for thanks. What is that thing? It just came out of nowhere. We have caught up to you, magical beast. Lord Vildo and Master, we need to take down the magical beast as quickly as possible. That thing revives 10,000 times. We have been attacking it while chasing it. Apparently so. You have really been counting carefully. And it's starting to take a toll on me. Already on it. If it weren't for these restrictions, we wouldn't have had to go through all this trouble. It's targeting Ramos, Valdor. It won't make it. Seriously? God, it toned into his dragon form to protect Ramos. How cute. Master. Are you going to scold me for breaking my restrictions? Alright, I'm at my limit. No more games. Guess we don't have a choice. If all of us go out, that thing's gonna learn that it stands no chance. The explosion came from this floor. What's going on? Darius, did you come to see what's going on and keep back? Get inside my barrier. Thank you so much. Could someone tell me what's going on? Party is launching an incredible series of attacks on a magical beast that resurrects itself 10,000 times. Boy, it feels good to go all out. Tell me about it. How many resurrections are we at now? 9,900. Only 100 more to go. Alright, first I'll restrain it with Beelzebub. Nice, let's do a coordinated attack. Let's let everything be blown away. Do it, do it. Way too fast and way too bright for me to follow with my eyes. Only a little more until 10,000. Sight to behold. Keep going and finish it off. I'll unleash all my frustrations for not being able to go all out. You can have the last blow. This is it, 10,000. It's not reviving. We really fought it 10,000 times. We really did it, so I gotta hand it to you. It was able to keep up with us for so long. Great work. I was nervous thinking I may actually never stop reviving. I was able to reaffirm my belief that you are on another level from us. We were pretty desperate, if I'm being honest. Oh well, we managed to defeat it. Thank you so much for stopping that magical beast. I think that would be too cruel. Maybe we could set it to about 5,000. Never, even 5,000's too cruel. That's an excellent proposal. It kind of sounds fun, but there's no way in the world I'm allowing that. Besides, the whole reason this project began was because we were too busy. And so our dungeon continues to evolve every day. Oh, nice event.